Silence. Click. Silence. Click. Silence. Click. And my life changed. Actually, the moment I felt the metal just below my left ear, it changed. I knew what it was before the first click. I knew what it was as it made contact, and I knew I was going to die. The cold metal cylinder pressing into my skin could only be one thing. I was about to become a statistic. People would cry and I would be gone. Probably have a bench or something named after me. The only thing that would last. I guess what shocked me the most was just freezing. I know the whole thing happened in just a few seconds, but it seemed like a fucking eternity. Silence. Click. Silence. Click. Silence. Click. And I just stood there like an animal about to be slaughtered. Only difference is that I knew it was coming. Silence. And I froze. I had never run from a fight in my life. Never started one, but finished a few. I had my ass handed to me a time or two, but I had always been a protector. Shit, I stood up for my older brother when I was only 3 years old and he was 8. Some teenage punk kid was picking on him and I snuck up behind him, reached as high as I could, and I bit the dude straight in the ass. Bruised him through his worn out jeans. Everyone laughed as he screamed, but no one messed with my brother or me again because he warned them. That little one's mean. He will bite you on the butt. Don't mess with those boys. Click. The hammer falls, but I'm still here. What the fuck is happening? Did it jam? Is it not loaded? Silence. I remember seeing my wife the first time. She was on a date with a friend of mine, but I could tell there was something special about her. Maybe how unimpressed she was with my friend or me. I remember falling madly in love with her as we walked hand in hand in the snow. Now I am frozen, and it's like my heart has already stopped beating. Click. God damn it, what is going on? For Christ's sakes, move, duck, swing, fucking funky, do something. Don't just stand here. But my body fails my mind and nothing moves. Silence. I think about how amazingly mundane my life has been. All I ever wanted was to be a good man, someone that didn't stand out in the crowd, but someone that when I would leave a room or come up in conversation, people would say, that's a good man. He'd do anything for you and expect nothing in return. Faithful, loving, strong, kind. Click. Move, you son of a bitch. You've had 3 chances. There won't be another. They'll fix it. They'll pull out a different one. You don't have any more time. Why are you not fucking moving? But then I do move, turning, grabbing, pawing, finally fighting back and looking into the hollow eyes of laughter. He was fucking laughing. My world was crashing because of this asshole, and he's laughing. I had to get away. I had to get out of there. I couldn't go home. I couldn't face my wife. She knew me as brave, and I was a fucking coward. So I did what any man would do. I called my mom. I couldn't even tell her what had happened. Now that I was alone and there was no more danger, I fell absolutely into a million pieces. I cried so hard, I couldn't breathe and couldn't stop. It was like wave after wave of sheer panic rolling over me. Even though the danger was over, the adrenaline wouldn't shut off. It was like it was permanently stuck on and flowed out through my tears. I could hear her call my name, and I tried to focus on her voice. She began to pray, and even though God and I parted ways years before, just hearing her voice somehow after a while finally calmed me. I'm not sure what was worse, when it actually happened or all the time that's passed. Waking up in little cold sweats, or my wife waking me up from the nightmares as I screamed out in my sleep. The feeling that everyone is out to get me. Feeling that cold metal below my ear even when nothing was there. The paranoia that drove stakes through any relationship I would try to make. The hours of lost sleep, the hours of anxiety because the slightest trigger set me off. The drugs to try to keep me sane, but in reality sent me crashing further down. Well-meaning friends saying, well, I would have, well, fuck you. You don't know. You weren't fucking there. You don't have a clue. The alcohol to try and calm the storm raging inside of me. The point where I wish the fucking thing had gone off so I wouldn't have to deal with my fucked up head anymore. Planning to end it myself just to satisfy the demons who constantly tormented me. I needed help. I tried to get it, and too bad, not taking patience now. Luckily, I did eventually find help. They listened, cried with me, which I didn't think counselors were supposed to do. Explained that we always hear about fight or flight, but not about freeze. It's like the animal you see in the woods. Sometimes they run from you, sometimes they attack, and sometimes they get real still and just look at you like somehow they are invisible. And if they're still enough, you won't see them. I had reacted like my animal mind. I wasn't the coward I thought I was. I was able to stop blaming myself. Am I 100% better? Hell no. I still have my shitty days like anyone else that deals with anxiety or depression and all the other shit that comes with PTSD. I just now know that it doesn't have to rule my life. Most of my family loves me and cares about me. I'm lucky like that, I guess. I mean, it still haunts me, but it doesn't own me like it did. I survived.